Hello, everybody. It's 7:59 p.m. Pacific, and you're watching TomarStream number, what is it, 104, 106, 10... crap, I already forgot. It's 104, 104. Yeah, 104, TomarStream 104. And thank you there, Dylan. Hey there, Arby's Gaming. Emma Memer's in the house. Golden Pen HD. Manoyo82. Is this a Phoenix Wright I'm in this Phoenix Wright episode. I guess there is a very prominently featured character called Emma Sky. That is true. I assume that's what you're talking about, Emma Memer. I almost finished my dinner before stream today. I just have a little bit of corn and an artichoke heart left to finish. I got a snack. I guess there's some cabbage in there too. Well, Giordano 111. I can say the same to you. Hey, there's Zen Zane Art. And of course, let's not forget, today is Tomart Tuesday. So we're going to be doing that in probably about 10-15 minutes from now. And we've got a nice little quorum going. Hey there, 9-piece McGoober. Hey Lenny. Biscotti Pippin. Biscotti Pippin. I haven't noticed that one before. I like Biscotti Pippin. Bra Moment 1234. Doggo Puke is in the house. Displace 0_0 Reuniclus X. Brucumbre. Icarus has fallen. Says, Tomar, I passed my driving test. Well, congratulations, Icarus. Pony Boy LOL. A first time chatter. Simply Tomar coins at us. Drawing Blood. Hey there. Good evening to you. We are doing well. We got another first time chatter. Roito says, hi Tomar. Hi there, Roito. Chloromaster, another first time chatter, says, finally on time for a Tomar stream. That you are. Waffle hater. I still haven't found those emeralds, but I'm looking. Well, welcome to the chat, Waffle Hater. I disagree with your opinion on waffles, but to each their own. Bro 900. Howdy to you too. First time chatter again. Another first time chatter, Zesty Thunder, says, hey Tomar, I draw you after you got out of jail. I don't know what that means. I've never been in jail. To my knowledge anyway. Stringless Worms says, they made Tomar real. That's right, first time chatter, Stringless Worms. I'm all real all the time. Carl Timlin. Carl, thank you for resubscribing for 7 months. Carl says, "Hoo boy, I won't be able to stay all stream because of a big old sternum tattoo I'm getting tomorrow." A sternum. Sternum is this spot right here, right? Between your ribs. Just want to make sure we're talking about that sternum that I'm getting tomorrow morning. But gosh dang, I'm looking forward to 2 more months until I'm birthed live on stream. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Marshall Maximus 47. Thank you for resubscribing for 6 months in a row. Huzzah to you too. You've earned your 3rd Tomar Emerald. BM Farts, thank you for the 100 bits. BM says, I had to resubscribe. I thought I was subscribed. I dropped the emeralds, my lord. Please have mercy upon a miserable wretch. Sire, please, oh please. Well, I appreciate the bits, BM Farts. There's someone who's God. Thank you for subscribing, Tier 1. I really can't pronounce your name, but I think that was your intention. Sethers 10, thank you for subscribing with Prime. And Enraged Puppet 84, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Zesty Thunder says, I'd send the link, but I don't know if I can. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I drew you and I tagged you on Twitter, you big silly. Well, did you do the hashtag Tomar? I'll find it. I swear, Zesty Thunder. Nito Keto says, Tomar, when will you do a stream collaborate with Germa 985? Like they say, great serial killers think alike. You know, I don't know when I'll do a collaboration with German 985, but you know, maybe it'll happen. Maybe. Who knows? Wouldn't you guys all be surprised if it did? I'm not going to say if there's ever going to be a collaboration. It might never happen. But we've been talking a little bit more lately. But my priority is not doing collab streams. At this point, it's just kind of nice to reconnect with an old friend. Idle else. What? Idle else? ID else? No, it's Idle say. I don't know how to pronounce your name either. I'm sorry. Idle. Thank you for subscribing. AIDELSE. Yeah, it's all correct. Okay. I've given up. And they say, Tomar, I didn't know you stream now. I used to follow you back in early Newgrounds days. Yeah, no, I've only been streaming for about a year. 12 months is the longest I've had a subscriber, so I think we've been going for a year. A little over a year now. Noble Nuggy says, Tomar has this ominous way of saying things that gives me goose pimple chicken skin. Soviet Hulk says, I didn't know you had friends, Tomar. I see. Oh yeah, I had some dessert left over. Oh, you know what? I need to finish my dinner though, before I eat any more of that delicious Trader Joe's licorice. Waffle hater, thank you for subscribing. The fact that you hate waffles would never make me hate you, of course. Thane4523, thank you for subscribing with Prime. And oh, Dynamo, wow. Dynamo, stuff just keeps happening. Dynamo Tremolo, thank you for resubscribing for 5 months. Dynamo says, hey Tomar, did you know you can tell an ant's gender by putting it in water? If it sinks, it's a girl ant. If it floats, it's boy ant. Oh my god, that's the corniest dad joke we've heard in a long time. Oh, if it floats, it's boy ant. Oh, you guys love that. All right, Marshall Maximus 47. Thank you for the 100 bits. It's raining hard. I have nothing to do but take a couple hits and watch Tomar. Not a bad deal. Thank you for joining us, Marshall Maximus. And take all the hits you like. I won't tell anybody. Good old artichoke heart. You have to get it in your system, Dad. What does that mean, Soviet Hulk? Did I miss something? Oh, the dad jokes. I get it. All right. We've got our Dr. Pepper. And I have 2 whole pieces of Australian red licorice from Trader Joe's. I should say Australian style red licorice. I don't think it comes from Australia. Bezabor says, is Tomar Pregonan? I mean, Jaxie Tomar is Pregonan. So technically, yes. We share the same last name. Roito, thank you for the 100 bits. And I say, Tomar, I just wanted to say your voice is so cool, and I hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much, Roito. And yeah, I'm having a pretty good day. I voted. Can you see the sticker? I voted. Today was California midterm election day. And I try to be a good citizen and go out and vote and make informed votes. I research every little thing on the ballot these days. It's so boring. But I consider it my civic duty. Let's see, Dylan. Thank you for the gifted sub to Gridib. Uh, Marshall Maximus asks when I'm going to release the iSimp for Tomar bumper stickers. I don't think that's in the cards, but you know, I guess if you made yourself one with like crayons and stuff, I wouldn't wouldn't go after you for like trademark infringement. We Wheel licorice could beat Australian licorice in an honorable duel, says the Wag Wazombi, or the Guagua zombie. Anyway, uh, what is wheel licorice? I don't know if I know what that is. Is that a licorice shaped wheel? Are you talking about when it? Oh God, why are parts of me suddenly? Is the lighting that inconsistent in this room? I've changed nothing. And yet now I have transparent ghosting on my body. What happened? Is there something wrong with my camera? Are these stupid lights like malfunctioning? I this wasn't happening before. This isn't supposed to happen. Is this OBS's fault?
Monster gift!
Enraged Puppet 84, thank you so much for the monster gift. Much appreciated. Even though I'm turning into this creature. Isbell TV, by the way, almost missed that. Thank you for resubscribing for 2 months in a row. And Isbell wanted us all to know, woo! That's the message. Greg McDiabetes, first time chatter, says Tomar finally gained his invisibility powers. I'm gonna have to mess with my chroma keying settings, I guess, but why should I have to? Nothing's changed. Literally, the video was fine when we started. Here, let me restart the webcam and see if that fixes it. If it does, no, it doesn't. Man, that's annoying. What happened? Similarity. Is like we're getting a lot of green all of a sudden. It looks like it just went back to normal. It's more or less working now. We're back. I'm no longer disappearing. I know, Harold Krell. We should just switch to a VTuber model. Then I wouldn't have to worry about any of this green screen crap. The Resident... I mean, I shouldn't have... I guess I never had to worry about the green screen crap. I just like it because it minimizes the amount of shit that I'm blocking on screen. Germa doesn't freaking use a green screen. Why should I? What? No. No, I like the green screen look. I think it's clean. I just... why it would suddenly the keying would stop working right in the middle of this. Compare yourself to Germa again. I know I'm Tomar Tyler. I know. An evil. Let's see. Tomar, did you suddenly get green disease? Yeah, I guess parts of my skin turned momentarily green. That's the only explanation, Lenny. Also, it's almost 8:15. I'm gonna start setting up for the big meet, for the big Tomar Tuesday, which means excuse me again. Let's see. It's the best time of the week. Oh, Tomar Tuesday. I gotta put the hat on. Tomar, chat also voted today. It seems Chris's dad is the new leader of the world. Chris's dad? What? Is the new leader of the world? What are you talking about, Dylan? I don't know what you mean. This is my first Tomar Tuesday. Oh, welcome, Phil, my ass. Oh my God, your name is. I already said like enough words for it to be revolting, but we have a Phil _ MYASSUP. But welcome to Tomar Tuesday, Phil. All right. It's always this stuff with you guys. We can never just have a nice, clean, wholesome stream. You know, that's all I ever wanted. Just a wholesome stream here. I'm gonna put on the stupid hat. Can I just put... Nah, whatever. Alright. Hello there, everyone. Manoyo, thank you for the gifted sub. We got our big hat. I'm gonna load up Twitter. Do a little scan for evil. Make sure there's no evil afoot on the Tomar hashtag. And then we'll be right into it. So far, no, not too much evil going on. All right. May 31st was our last Tomar Tuesday. And we are now here on June 7th. All right. And my hat will never fit quite right because there's no way to really wear it with these headphones. But we will do the best we can. What is so stupid about that epic steampunk top hat? I think it looks pretty snazzy, Thomas. Thanks, Jay. I that's exactly the reasons why I just always feel like I'm a steampunk LARPer when I put this on, and I just, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm not a steampunk LARPer. And the Guagua Zombie, thank you for the 100 bits. If Tomar's classic yellow composite cable is loose, he will change his tint. He has yet to have upgraded his system to DisplayPort/HDMI. Yeah, no, all of this stuff is running completely analog signals. That's true. It's amazing I'm even able to get on the internet with how old my tech is. Speaking of which, I'm not upgrading this rig yet, but this is the next priority. I'm upgrading my living room computer because it's way, way old. But I just got a 12700K. I'm very excited to set up my new i7 12700K. And corresponding motherboard and DDR5, which everything I'm reading seems to show benchmarks are better for DDR4, which I don't understand that at all. I wish someone would explain that to me. Does anybody here know a lot about PC building? Like, I know enough to build them. I've built like dozens, if not like 100 by now, for various friends and myself. But okay, Idlec is saying it's an optimization problem. I believe it. Maybe someday the DDR5 will catch up when it's being properly utilized, I guess. I don't know if that's going to take firmware upgrades or just waiting several more generations of chipsets. I don't know. It is what it is. So, yeah, I made the mistake of getting a DDR5 motherboard this time and then looking at benchmarks and going, probably should have gone DDR4 and saved a little money. Oh, well. The Guagua Zombie says DDR5 is better at higher loads. Cool to know. All right. Drawing Blood insists they get their computer advice from that Zach Hadel guy on YouTube. Yeah. Tomar stock just dropped 18% because I didn't research the DDR4 and 5 issue. There's only so many things a guy can follow. Look, I just learned something just now by asking the room. But yeah. Let's start. We got Sean walked Bob. Okay. Let's share my screen. Window capture. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's go full screen here. This one is from our very own Drawing Blood. Tomar walked Bob Dylan up on stage in 1975. Who the f you? So we got this lovely rendition of me as trumpet fight guy. Very good stuff. ADL being Alder Lake. I hope that you guys are just talking about Alder Lake. Let's see. This is I'm gonna upgrade everything in my house to Alder Lake over the course of the coming year. That's my pledge, because I don't have anything newer than like seventh. No, I think I don't have anything newer than sixth generation Intel chips in my house. This is the piece of Tomart made with my new drawing tab. I don't even know what that is. Is it like Cobby Lake? I have no idea what that was. This is the piece of Tomart. This is, by the way, this is Takubo. If Takubo is in the room, it's Takubo. Got this piece of Tomart made with my new drawing tablet. Also, congrats to Papa Tomar for the baby. Thank you. It's Takubo, if you're around. My wife is giving birth to a fishing buddy. Yeah, that's what I do all the time. I fish. Tomartopia, one nation under Tomar. That's the flag of Tomartopia. It's just pink and has text scrawled on it in handwriting. F Kim, thank you very much for this contribution. When fans locate Tomar at Anime Expo, only on Tomart. That's a good rendition. He got my Bon Clay shirt in there, which I'm not wearing that one today. I'm wearing my Duck Game shirt. See? Which I did get as swag from Adult Swim Games way back when I used to narrate commercials from them. Then I made the mistake of letting my agent get involved when they asked me to record like a trailer for the new Rick and Morty DVD. And he got me a whole lot of money on that gig, but they never talked to me again. So I think that ruined the relationship, which is a bummer. But what are you gonna do? I got to voice a trailer for a Rick and Morty DVD, and that sent me off. But yeah, that's me with my gadget Dakimakura, I guess. Is that the right word for that? Dakimakura, the little body pillow things. Would Tomar fight with Eggman against Sonic for human rights? Like, would I fight? Like, is Sonic fighting for human rights, or are me and Eggman fighting for human rights? Because like we're humans, and Sonic is like a hedgehog. So, yeah, sure. I would fight with, if it was for human rights versus a world built entirely for hedgehogs and other furry creatures in which humans are subjugated, which is clearly what Sonic is going for here. Yeah, I would be on Eggman's side. Let's see. Is that real life Josh or Tomar? Sorry, I'm late. Do you ever get tired of getting asked dumb questions? Asks Obi-Wan Kemonbi. No, never. I don't think I could stick with this this aspect of my career if I got tired of being asked dumb questions. That's not meant to be an insult to anybody. Just it comes with the territory. It comes with Oni Plays. It comes with the stream. But it's fun. Man, my hat. Now things are turning like transparent. Whatever, you can't win. At least it's a white background behind me now. Something to look into. Fixing my chroma keying. Waffle Hater, thank you for the 100. Excuse me. Thank you for the 100 bits. Tomar, do you ever get tired of answering my smart and cool questions? Asks Azuma. No. No, I don't. I love your smart and cool questions, Azuma. You weren't expecting that, were you? Tomar looks like the ghost of Christmas past like that. I am. Who says I'm not the ghost of Christmas past? This is Tomar Tuesday top. This is the Tomar Tuesday top hat. Did Tomar just eat 2 mods? No, Bees of War. No, we didn't. Sorry, Tomar. If we try to be like Zach by asking weird and stupid hypotheticals, it's okay. You can ask all the hypotheticals you want. You will never be like Zach. You will never be like Zach. But that's okay, because Zach is Zach and you are you. Arby's Gaming, thank you for the 10 bits. Sid Listic says, Tomar, you stream on Twitch? Where the are the boys? Why doesn't Chris do this? Is Zach too busy in his ivory tower of Hollywood? Actually, Zach and I just went and voted together. It's become a tradition. We've gone and voted together since the 2018 midterms. We always go to the polling place together. But no, I don't know. Streaming is my solo thing usually. I kind of like it that way. I mean, I'm open to do occasional collabs, I guess, but I've honestly I've liked the solo aspect of this, and then we still do Oni plays together, and we've got plans to do other stuff together. But this is me. Did you hold hands while voting? No, we did not, Manoyo82. We went to separate polling stations, as is customary. Votes are meant to be a personal thing. Tomar, would you ever play Project Diva? ? And then followed by what appear to be, I don't know if that's supposed to be Iggy, Begwan. I don't know. Tomar, you should watch The Ring with the Oni Plays gang. I've never actually watched The Ring. Maybe I should. Zach really needs to be on Slightly Artistic. I miss his art from his very positive streams. They were amazing. Has Zach never been on a Slightly Artistic? That'd be crazy if that's true. Who finished submitting their ballot faster, you or Zach? Me. But we both did our research on votersedge.com before we went. I'm telling you, I'm one of those guys where I don't believe it's okay to go and just pick a party and then just vote for it. I think the right thing to do is to research every candidate on the ballot and see how their views line up with yours and what you want for the country, and vote on individual offices instead of voting a party. I'm not talking politics, Ash Brotree. None of what I'm saying is politics. What I'm discussing is the voting process. That's not politics. That's just freaking like I said, I call it civic duty. Zeriford says, God, I hate it when Tomar gets political. God. Is it true that you voted for all the politicians that oppress minorities? No, it's not true. It's not true, Jonathan Joester. The Pondering Llama appears on TomarStream. He has a top hat. That's true. It's true. I'm glad. Thank you for the compliment on my top hat, Denim Knight DD. Also, we're getting lots of top hat compliments. I might not like this top hat, but I'm glad you guys do. Derp Chaos says, let's see. This is a reference to our bit from last week on Aladdin. This is Tony Hawk and me. Tomar, because I'm retiring, please let me do a sick ollie off your naked body. Okay, bro. That's really how it would go down, though. Tomar doing anything Tony Hawk tells him to do. I would do this. Judge me all you want. That's me. That's me on screen. Agreeing to let Tony Hawk do an ollie off my naked body. Having already gotten naked in the process of him asking that question. Oh gosh, stuff's showing up. All right. So this next one's by Jack Cheese J. A lovely little image of Farmer Tomar. He's got a little piggy, and there's a little Charlotte's Web reference here, except instead of some pig, it says pig physics. That's fun. I like that, Jack Cheese J. Thank you for your contributions if you're out there. This one's from Zesty, who insisted we check this out. This is a cool one. This is an Oni Plays little homage. Here's some fan art for the great and law-breaking Tomar. This is just me as a big scarage giant. Check out the cool scar over here. Notice the definitely any belly button that I have. I'm very proud of not having an outie belly button. Over here, you see little Lyle and Corey. There's a little Zach and Chris. There's Ding Dong and a Julian too. For those Oni Plays fans who've been at it for a while. And there you go. Then this is being called Tomart. It's clearly just a. It looks like someone who suffered like internal head bleeding in presumably Fallout New Vegas. But thank you there for that, Jermaine Maines. I don't know, that's not Tomart. Jermaine Maines, I'm this close to giving you a mute. That's not Tomart. It's just a bald thing. There's no beard. That's Patches. You guys are saying that's Patches from. Is it like someone imported Patches from the Souls / Elden Ring world into Fallout New Vegas? Anyway, God, this thing is like putting a dent in my head. Yes, I realize what I just said, but it is. I'm getting a true iconic dent. And then this here's Burger Kong. This isn't Tomart. This is just a screenshot of me from minutes ago with a quickly scrawled on doodle of glasses and an extra mustache. But thank you for that, Burger Kong, I guess. And then F King with one of his rushed things where it says, "You're the one that killed all my mod." And then he simply responds with 3 exclamation points. Here's another. Still, F Kim apparently just drew this out of nowhere while we were doing Tomart Tuesday. Like, nope. And only 10 minutes after I started. I mean, I don't know when he started drawing this, but he always gets it an extra because he already did one. Wait, didn't he? Yeah, he already did this one. Oh, F Kim. F Kim always rolling around at the speed of sound. And then Azuma sneaks in a little last minute one, which I refuse to accept, but here it is. It's a bunch of vaguely Tomar looking things with their faces blurred out. Is this like a machine learning thing? What the hell am I looking at, Azuma? Like, doesn't this look like it's like something a machine learning algorithm created from analyzing skating photos? Like, look at this one. It's got like 3 sets of wheels. It's got like 3 separate trucks. This one looks like it might have 4. Yeah, a lot of these have like way too many wheels on them. Dolly. Oh, it's an AI image generator. Okay, yeah, there you go. It's called Dolly. Everyone's telling me it's called Dolly. Okay. Dolly like Ollie, but Dolly. The Walnut, by the way, thank you for resubscribing for 2 months. And Anonymous. Thank you for whoever gave the anonymous gifted sub to Carvey Pumpkinson. Please try it. It's called Doll Mini. Should we just... Are you guys asking me to just look up Dolly? Hold on. What is Dolly? Creating images from text? Is this the thing? This isn't something I can just very easily do. Huh. I have to actually execute code locally, don't I? Is there a quick... Oh, it's called Dolly Mini. Okay, Dolly Mini. And I guess this is an in-browser one. Okay, generates from any prompt you give. Oh, okay. Let's see if I said Josh Tomar gives up on TomarStream. And let's run that and see. Too much traffic. I'll show you too much traffic. All right, I think it's running this time. See, yeah, I guess if we had a local copy, we'd run it against... I could run it against my own GPU. I don't know how quickly that would go. The question is it really running? How long do these usually take? It takes a minute or two. Just gonna be sitting here waiting a minute or two. All right. But Tomart Tuesday's over. I'm taking this damn thing off my head. Seriously, it's like I feel like I have a dent forming right here in the middle of my forehead. It is a lovely hat, though. It says the Blonde Swan Hat Boutique. I thought it said Fat Boutique, but it says Hat Boutique. Uh, let's see. Well, I just gave her some free advertising. Where the hell did I put my actual... Oh, here we go. Let's get this hat back on. Oh my god, that's so much more comfortable. Yeah, we're already going on almost a minute and a half here. I really... how does it use the prompt? Does it use the prompt to inform stuff through like Google image search? Oh, here we go. We did it. What the hell am I looking at? It's like none of these are based on Josh Tomar as far as I'm concerned. None of these look like me. They all have hair. Who are these people? This just looks like a bunch of like actual photos with terrible filters run over them. I'm installing Dolly now. Wish me luck, says methamphetamines. The one on the middle right reminds me of Ben Stiller. Middle right? The one with the guitar? I guess it's kind of like Ben Stiller's hairline or something. I don't know. I would have never thought of Ben Stiller, if I'm being honest. I think I might have gone to high school with this guy on the top right. But yeah, I don't know. Should we try another prompt? Let's see, bald man with beard runs for president. Let's see what that turns up in the next like hour. Bald man streams Phoenix Wright. I'm trying my best. Bald man, yeah. Tomar, would you ever trim your beard for a Heisenberg/Walter White Halloween costume? Like down to a goatee? I had a goatee for like all of most of middle and all of high school. I think I started wearing my goatee in 7th grade. And then yeah, I had it through high school, through even most of college. I think I did a goatee. Bold man screams at cloud. That's Nahuel Madigo. That's just a Simpsons reference. Simpsons did it. Dingle Dank says, I'm 21 and can't grow a beard, but Tomar gets one in middle school. No fair. Look, this shit's just genetic. How your hair grows, and Tomar also goes bald at, 28 or 29 or whenever it started for me. And maybe you will never go bald, Dingle Dank? So are you really that unfortunate at not being able to grow a beard at 21? I think not. And the truth is, they don't tell you this. Ooh, look at that. I love this guy on the middle right. He's got like a 3-layer beard. And his eyes, all these guys look like their eyes were just gouged out. Why is that? Why can't it just create realistic human eyes? And like he's running, but he's definitely not running for president. They did their best, I guess. None of these guys look like they're candidates for president. Maybe that guy in the bottom left, he's kind of got a weird suit on, but he's still out running on the road. But maybe he's running toward the White House lawn. I don't know. I think the guy on the bottom left is the closest we're getting to what we want. All right. Oh, he just set it to just chatting. All right. I was just thinking of starting the game, Tyler. I was just thinking of starting the game. Shall we boot it up? Guys? Tomar, is it true? Tomar, is it true that in India, Wait, sorry, that in middle school, I don't know where I got India, that in middle school you stole strands of a hair from atop other students' heads so you could make a goatee. It's not true. It grew in naturally. I had to start shaving when I was 12, but I didn't feel confident enough to keep it until I was 13. Have a lovely stream. Thank you, Carvey Pumpkinson. I hope you have a good sleep. All right. Joshua Tomar in Tomartopia. No, I'm not going to do any more of these. Let's play a little vidya game. Just because, mainly, I just don't like waiting around for them to finish. Man, you know what? Let's just play V Rising instead of Phoenix Wright. Has been like my latest addiction. But no, we're playing Phoenix Wright. And V Rising, I can't imagine would be that fun to watch me play solo. I've been playing on I have a dedicated server I'm hosting, but the only other person that knows the password is Jaxie. So it's just been the two of us playing on a dedicated server. You got to run a dedicated server, otherwise it takes forever for your little vampire thralls to ever complete their hunts. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe check out V Rising. I know this is just free advertising for something I benefit nothing from, but it's a really fun game and it's only $20. All right, you guys, it's time for Rise from the Ashes. It's happening. Oh, crap. No. Wait, reset. I forgot to bring the video up. I know, Reuniclus. No. All right, I'm just going to Alt F4. For some reason, that opening cutscene's unskippable. Oh, I'm getting everybody's sending me no talent. Everybody's 7770ing me without the financial gain. That's the worst kind. When people just say 777. Here we go. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. All right, we got it. Is that loud enough, you guys? I think so. Two separate buildings. What could it mean? But what was, and who is, and why would... We did a quick preview of this last time because we knew it'd be a while. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. I'm a little too good, you could say. Alright. Here, I've got my overlay now. Oh, we just got a little mini raid from Voltiac with a party of 6. Welcome, raiding Voltiacites. Alright, I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. Here we go. Lots and lots of Tomar reading, which is, we got to get our echo sound effect right. Which one's that? Was it this? This is too much. We need to turn the reverb way down. This is the sound of Phoenix's head, right? A little bit echo. No, I don't really want echo. You think you want echo, but you just want reverb. All right. Why do I come here? Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are. Finally. Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. You're not Mia Fey, are you? Thank you, Hosh TV, for resubscribing, by the way. Subbing to Cool Dude Tomar again. Thank you for subbing again, Hosh. Is this the emoji lady? Oh, because of her pin? No, you might be thinking of Athena, who has this stupid Mary Sue necklace that shows her mood. Amy Lay. I'm sorry, but Miss Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. If it wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. Oh, Estes Soup, I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad your new schedule lets you watch Tuesday streams again. Good to hear. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please, I'm out of time. But please, you have to help. It's my sister. Flashback. Maya? Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma. Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Alright. Let's talk. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator. Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy. Or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? So? Jeez. I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known. At my age, no less. So what exactly is your current position, then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age, no less. Great, another future professional in training. That's anime shit for you guys. Everyone has to be a 16-year-old. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? Alright, let's ask more about this. So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't falter for lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. But first, my sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. And that's the end of the conversation. What a way to end a conversation. We should have just gone to the detention center. Jeez. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. I'm just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want to raise this year, Understood, ma'am. What was that all about?
No talent! Mediocre piece of shit!
Her parents have no talent at driving? Oh my god, Marshall Maximus. That's cruel. Reuniclus goes, timing! Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana. Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters. One a lawyer? Could this be a coincidence? Emma? Lana? I mean, they're just like... Mia and Maya. Is there something wrong, Mr. Wright? I guess let's talk to Lana. There's something you should know from the start. Which is... The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st, at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Tomar, I would let you integrate my cloud infrastructure, says Twitchy Squirrely. Okay, alright.
The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? The prosecutor's office, huh? Is in your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. So who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. All right, tell me about yourself, Alana. So you're the chief prosecutor. That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. What's that, Amy? If you have a full head of hair and no beard and you say Tomar 3 times at midnight, your hair will move from your head to your face and you will grow a hat. That's scary. All right. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey. It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright. Excuse me? You know what, I should turn... I feel like I'm like leaning off camera too much. I'm gonna bring this over. Bring this mic over here. Yeah, brain sex, Ozma, exactly. That's that intellectual attraction. As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. But Lana? Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Oh. Mr. Wright?
Yes?
I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest I leave to you.
Huh? You mean you're requesting my services as your defense?
Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over.
Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Whoops, wrong button.
Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm gonna find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright.
Huh? About what?
My sister, she's not like that, you know. She's not always like that, you know.
I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again.
She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her.
I see.
Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that.
I'm getting all stuffy here. What happened to her?
I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not.
Sounds like there's something in there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we?
Okay.
Off to the underground parking lot, chat? Whatever happened to the Undertale series on Oniplays? Will it ever continue someday, or is it dead? Asks Keith Creature. Oh, it's really up in the air, Keith. It all depends on if Adam comes back anytime soon. I mean, I hope he comes back. And if he does, I'll be the first one asking him to come continue Undertale. All right, here we go. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny. Oh, no. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey, everyone! Keep up the good work! Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they're going to be my coworkers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying to not stand out too much here, see?
Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner?
Partner?
What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them dogies tied down, partner.
Mr. Marshall. Not Matt Mercer. Mr. Marshall. Marshall? Looks more like a sheriff to me.
Looky here, bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see?
Strike?
This is our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to?
What's this guy talking about?
You head along home now. Happy trails, bambina.
Was that hombre a friend of yours?
Kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective.
Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Let's see, looks like we're investigating. There's a wallet on the floor.
What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer? Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Wallet hastily stuffed into pocket. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way her eyes are sparkling, I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay now. Look at the court record. Alright. Too soon. Alright. This is where they introduced rotating objects in your inventory. Woo! Oh, by the way, the Guagua Zombie. Thank you for the 100 bits. Tomar, spell Lana backwards. No, I'm not going to do that. And then, thank you for the 100 bits. Again from the Guagua Zombie. If I was trapped in a room with this hokey fella, I'd assault him out of pure rage. Noted, the Guagua Zombie. Alright, you have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now let's start examining from every angle. Alright. Look, I can rotate it with my right thumbstick. Oh look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with a press of... No, I'm not using a keyboard. It's a clue. This wallet opens. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess. Thank you, Crimson Cipher 221 for subscribing. Goodman's ID added to the court record. All right, let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I gotta be on my toes from now on. All right, what about this ladder? Aha! A ladder! That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Here's a door. Look, a door! This must mean something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Alright, I can't look at this computer-y thing. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose. Aha! The theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relativity German or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? Alright. What the hell else? What about this little call box? Here, a phone! Let's see if it works! Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. There's some barrels over here. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious.
Is there... Oh, okay. We can slide to the left and slide to the right. Can't look at this vent here. Or this little sign over the door. Alright, let's go over here then. Ooh. Well, no time to waste. Let's go hunting for clues. I wonder what this is.
Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly.
The sheriff.
Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet.
God, scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car?
Well, well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body on her saddle, eh?
Please.
No problem, partner. About time for victuals anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Might just find you a cerveza you like.
Prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self. Look up Vittles Saloon Cerveza. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. By the way, Crimson Cipher... Oh, I think I thanked Crimson Cipher. Waffle Hater, though, thank you for the 100 bits. Your voices are lots of fun, partner. Thank you, Waffle Hater. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office.
In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like. Just keep your paws off our claim.
Right. Great. Great. Maybe there's some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out.
Excuse me. Where are you two all set?
Were you two all set? Us? Who's talking to us now? Oh, no, new person.
What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir?
Yes?
Some crunchy goodness coming at you.
Thanks. Interesting way of doing business.
This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as the cough-up queen are over.
Cough up, huh?
You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets.
I'm drifting very far down the screen. It's a stupid cushion. It never stays under me. I'm gonna raise the seat a little bit. There we go. That helps.
The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels.
Yes, ma'am.
Yipes, she means it. Why would you put up with being spoken to that way, Phoenix, right? Kind of a simp. Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was gonna happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday's special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know what the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this you should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday? I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew. The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. It's been so long since I've done this case, I don't remember anything about it. Why is she a Southern Belle? Asks Harold Krell. Because I'm not good at coming up with voices on the fly every time. I don't know. I think it's working just fine. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Starr? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. Yeah, everyone defaults to Southern Belle, exactly. I now feel I know what they said when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second. You know Lana Skye? Of course. It's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? We're getting some audio glitches. Can you guys hear that, or is that just on my end? I hope it's just on my end. She always travels light. Now, why did this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Starr? I come here every day to sell lunch boxes. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the boxed lunches are a hit here. It's not because we're actually in Japan or anything. Surely not. But why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set. Never mind. You win. I don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not! It's a little Borat not joke for you. Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? Miss Star, I sense some hostility. Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. Wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough up queen. I don't know how that was supposed to be phrased. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Let's see, should we show her our sweet lawyer badge? A defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about tackling Lunchland's Pickle Supreme lunchbox? Wow, it's really crunchy. A box of pickles? Kind of a sad lunch if you ask me. About this card. Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card. It's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady. Why? That's like showing a fine-huddied ham to a detective. Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? Alright, maybe we can't really do anything with this lady right now. Yeah, we're out of stuff. For the time being. We could just go to the High Prosecutor's office. Or we could... Oh yeah, he's not even going to let us look over at the other stuff again. Alright, Prosecutor's office it is, eh guys? I already showed my badge, Ozma. I showed my badge. And then there was a conversation about pickles for lunch. Keep up, keep up. February 22nd. All right. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look, there's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What? That shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Of course! I'm his biggest fan! My sister introduced us once and... Right, her sister is the chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No. It was just Mr. Wright here. Hey, don't blame me. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder? A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot.
That would be my car. What of it?
What? Your car? I'll say one thing. She certainly can scream. I didn't scream. That's okay. That's okay. We didn't want to scream. So the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir. Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again. Now, that didn't sound forced at all. Oh, now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprisingly still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand... Wait, what did you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. This is a new face. He never made this face in the last 4 chapters. That is his like flirting with Phoenix face. I don't know what else to call that. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky? Yes. We first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I've always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife! What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth's knife added to the court something. Record. Oh, I think I missed out on El DeGusto for who resubscribed for 7 months. Thank you. Excuse me, El DeGusto. And Tomar, did you get seduced by a sexy cowboy? No, I didn't. I didn't get seduced. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can he take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright.
Let's present the knife. Okay, he won't discuss evidence. All right. Say, Mr. Edgeworth, or just Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh. He'll take it for sure, won't he? I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm gonna start getting depressed. I once dreamed of being a defense attorney. A long time ago. What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Yet, my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. Alright, I think we're done talking to old Edgy here. We could examine the crap in his office, though. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send me that shield. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So that K, that's... K stands for king? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors. Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. Ooh. I guess we did want to find that. A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. He's kind of a lawyer. He'll, sue you. Hey, a chessboard! I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The Red Knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Edgesworth. Always edging. My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. I think it's Wendy Oldbag, you guys. I think that is all from Wendy Oldbag from the studio. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiance? Oh, I guess they just... Alright. I don't think so. Let's look at his tea set. Ooh, cute. What a pretty tea set. I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Oh. Amazing! The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. There's no drawer below it, though. You screwed up, writers. That's a shelf, not a drawer. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Let's look at his cool suit on the wall. Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket.
Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. She's getting way too excited about this. Oh, I guess the... Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases at his cheek from the seams. He's so cool. Sofa hair is cool? No, hard workers are cool, Phoenix. Don't you get it? I think we've seen enough crap. Whoa, these are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them for him. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Cool view. Whoa! Man, Emma's excited about everything. Tomar doesn't understand cool bed hair because he's bald. Ah! That's mean, Azuma. That hurts. What a view it must be. Nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out of this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. Alright, let's get out of this stupid office. We'll present this real quick. So, basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, Wright. I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why's that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday. Aha! Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's pretty precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Ah, parking stub. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I'd appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises?
That's the worst voice ever. But that's going to be Meekin's voice now.
I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Wait, we need a megaphone sound. Is that this one?
Yeah, it's more radios.
There's more magnet.
Oh, that doesn't work. This is kind of a megaphone. All right, that's going to be the megaphone sound. I got to be able to go back and forth. No, so we've got, this is the thinking to self sound, and this is a megaphone sound, just so we're ready. All right, okay.
Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky?
I don't like the way this conversation is going at all.
Sky, sir?
No, I need a new voice for this guy. It's just, yeah, it's exactly. It's just the teenager from the Simpsons.
Sky, sir? No, sir.
Yeah, how about that? How about a lisp?
No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir.
It's just my Ralph Bakshi voice. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it?
I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir, I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right. Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. But, sir, I didn't know.
Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. You really want me to be him to be the squeaky voice teen? I don't know how long I can hold up that voice. All right, fine. We'll go back to the squeaky voice teen if you really want. Autolycus Live disagrees. Some people like the lisp. I'm sticking with the lisp because that is way more maintainable. All right. Right. Yes, sir. Ah, he caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at least. All right, let's get out of here. Dun, da, 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 da. I wonder what she'll think of this. All right, no. All right. Just thought I'd check while we were passing through, you guys. To the police department. Whew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. It took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? Only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Fully animated, whoa! Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. Well, thank you for the anonymous gift to Easy Animates. The anonymous gifted sub, I should say. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast.
Hey, pal! What do you think you're doing here?
That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Oh, thank you for the 300 bits, Waffle Hater. That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there?
What? Well,
Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information.
Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor's confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second?
Huh?
Subscription
Me?
gifted.
Thank you for the gifted sub, Timuri Azid, or Tim Yuri Azid, or however I'm supposed to say that. Thank you for the gifted sub.
Why is this little girl so peeved at me?
She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister.
Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister.
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue with us these days.
So what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Detective Gumshoe, what'd you do this time?
What do you mean this time?
Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all.
Thank you, Timur Yazid. Now I got the pronunciation. Timur, I see the capitalization. Thank you, Timur Yazid, for another gifted sub to Nintendong69.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd?
So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. An officer marshal was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall. Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy.
A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal.
Monster gift.
Thank you, your friend Benji, for the monster gift. That's very sweet of you. Five gifts. And thank you again, Timur, for the 2 gifts you gave as well. I appreciate all the love being spread around here today. Should we present anything cool? Oh, no. Oh, that's the detective's ID card. Oh, it actually was relevant.
Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa! Now I remember! Bruce Goodman, he's the victim!
That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
So this ID card belonged to the victim.
He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange?
Strange, isn't it? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday.
Oh, and thank you, your friend Benji, for resubscribing for 11 months. Oh, hey, 11 months. That at least caused for some Jew harping, right? It is hard to say, Benji. The B sound is very tough on this. All right.
There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is the chief prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot.
And Lana's confessing as much. Let's see. Can we get anything else out of this guy?
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car? Stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What could drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean... sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Alright, I don't think I have too much else I can talk to him about. I was wondering about that.
What, the Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece.
You made this, Detective Gumshoe?
The chief threw together some designs, and I just did my thing, pal.
Thank you, Resident Sneevil6, for subscribing. We had a new subscriber, you guys, and his name's Resident Sneevil. Nice work.
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die.
Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops. Alright, so we learned something about the Blue Badger.
As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut.
Okay, yeah, that's a real secret. You just... whatever. Just checking. Can we go inside the police station? Oh, apparently not. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said,
hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy.
That's hilarious, sir. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof. It's just a theory. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. Well, we had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? Okay. The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Thank you, Marshall Maximus, for the 100 bits.
Hey, Peter.
Somehow the thought fails to excite me. I always get excited when I come to a police station. Why is that? It just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals. Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Tomar, do your best. I don't know what Columbo sounds like. I only know what Charlie's impression of Columbo in Always Sunny sounds like. I'm not doing that. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. Never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. Was that a weird social commentary on what criminals look like? The banner here is announcing the crime fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprint sets. Wait, Snot. It's Snot. By the way, it's Snot's birthday, you guys. Everyone wish a happy birthday to some like it's Snot. Thank you for gently nudging me. Let's see. There we go. Happy birthday. Happy Snot Day. Exactly, Amy. Like, there we go. And then, of course, Harold Krell immediately just wishes me happy birthday. But yeah, happy birthday, Snot. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. What family shouldn't want to set at home? Wouldn't want to set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. All right. What else can we find here? Let's try presenting more shit to the detective. Detective, here's my attorney's badge. You show this to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Enough said. I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Thank you, Dylan, so much for the monster gift. And thank you, F. Kim, for the 10 cents. Thank you so much, Dylan. All in honor of Snot's birthday. Oh, and thank you, Benji, for 1,000 bits. Goodness, Benji, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's kind of like a hype train going on in here. Wait. Speaking of ID cards, I found that detective's card, didn't I? Yeah, we already did that one, Phoenix. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Oh, and thank you, Wumpa Man, for the $3 tip. Love you, Tomar. Hopefully you have a fantastic stream. Oh, it's been wonderful, Wumpa Man. Thank you. Oh, another monster gift. Thank you so much for the monster gift. The Guagua Zombie. The Guagua Zombie with another monster gift. We're getting monster gifts. I got 1,000 bits from Benji. Thank you guys so much. Even this is all in celebration of Snot's birthday. No, maybe it's just because of the hype train. I don't know. I'm going to give Snot the credit. I'm not giving him any of the money, but I'm giving him the credit. We'll get him a nice birthday gift, though. How about that? Noble Nuggy, thank you, Noble Nuggy, for the monster gift. Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you guys so much. All right. I really appreciate that. Noble Nuggy, Zwag Zwag, Guagua Zombie, and Benji and Dylan, all of you guys, thank you so much. Much appreciation from over here. All right. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten.
But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office.
Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors.
Here we go. We unlocked another one.
He's in a tough spot again.
Again. Ah, yes. The famous boat incident.
Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural people would be suspicious.
I had no idea he was under the gun.
Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting a bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is. What was his name? The guy in the parking lot.
That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police.
Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something?
No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West L.A.
For a moment there, I wasn't sure.
Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe.
All right, we got an introduction letter. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere.
Just act like you're supposed to be there, and nobody will look at you twice, pal.
In West LA, born and raised. All right. You guys, I might have to take a quick break to go use the facilities. In the meantime, I really wish I had something to put on in the meantime. I still need to get better at that. I need to have like a loop that I can play when it's like, we'll be right back. I'm gonna commission someone to make something like that, just like a really simple video loop, maybe with a nice bit of music playing in the background or something. No, not the Tomar theme song, something more relaxed. You know what? Do I have that stupid Twitch thing? What was that Twitch music thing called? Soundtrack by Twitch. Here, we'll play some royalty-free music for you while I'm up. As soon as this thing finishes loading. Oh, come on. I can only afford to wait so long before this becomes an emergency. We're just going to put on generic lo-fi hip-hop beats and call it a day. Are those coming through? Here you go. Let's skip a few. Let's just go to a random track. All right. I'll be right back. There we go.
I'll be right back.
Oh no, it's not a number one Marshall Maximus. So you can guess. We're back, and there's no more need for all this music. All right. Did I time my poop? No, I did not time it, Kunks. I came back when I was finished and bearing clean, washed hands. But it was good. You timed it. How long? How long was I gone? It couldn't have been that long. What, 5 minutes tops? Well, it was a good one. Anyway, let's continue with our game. Looks like the investigation's still going. I have to be getting... Oh, wait. Who is this? Is this the lady? I have to be getting back to the shop. Looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps.
Oh, no. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby.
No, it is her.
Oh. Oh, still here?
I had to guess at that one.
Hello? Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too.
What happened to the security guard?
Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd.
Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. There's something I wanted to ask you.
The scene of the crime, a cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment.
He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? Alright, he's just gonna do the same crap until we show him the little letter of introduction, I think. Would you mind reading this for me?
What's this? I warn ya, fan letters to me go right into the spittoon.
It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate?
Gumshoe? Ah, that old cowdog. He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation.
I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here?
No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I'd better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall. Well, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I'd say we won't be needing this anymore. Alright, we crumpled up all the detective's work. Officer Marshall, could you tell us about the victim?
Good men always die young. Remember that, partner.
Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right?
Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale.
I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr.
One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report.
Okay, we got an autopsy report.
Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back.
So there's no motive.
Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't work much with the chief prosecutor.
Oh, this one's killing my throat. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right?
Here, to this parking lot?
So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon.
But I've got to have that cowboy rasp or it's not the same. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective.
You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas.
Huh?
I was one of them fancy-shoed detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina?
So why are you in charge?
No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, huh?
Edgeworth?
That cowdog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just, he don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? Let's see, should we present him with anything? Oh, we just got raided by 84 people! From Adam Plays. Adam Plays? Adam Plays? Adam Plays. There. I didn't see... This thing never gives me the damn correct cases on the letters. It just says Adam Plays. Adam Plays, thanks for dropping in. Thank you for dropping in with 84 folks. Hope you guys are having a good day. We're just playing some Phoenix Wright here. I'm doing voices for the characters. This is Phoenix Wright. Rise from the Ashes. You got me all nervous. 84 people showing up out of nowhere. All right, well, welcome in, Raiders. My webcam's freezing up. We'll fix that in a second. Everything's gonna go wrong when new people show up. That's natural, right? Okay, there we go. We got our webcam back. My beard is just slightly transparent. Okay.
All right, compadre. Count to 3.
Huh?
You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas.
Remind me never to visit Texas. Let's see, is he gonna give me anything? This is how he's gonna respond to all the evidence I show him.
What's that? Some sort of police passport?
This is Detective Goodman's ID card. Strangely enough, we found it a good distance away from the crime scene.
Good distance. In this rat hole, if you want distance, get yourself to Texas.
Texas?
This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre?
Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros. All right. What else we got?
I see your badge. Looks pretty round. Our badge is a star, a lone star shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light illuminating evildoers who come in the dark of night.
Yeah, Texas Honshu. Exactly, Harold Krell.
Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight. Hey, that's a sheriff's badge. This guy really is just a LARPer. Let's look at the scene. We can finally have a look around here now. Tomar, please bleep out Texas as it isn't real. Requested by Kunks. I can't go doing that to the good people of Texas. Marshall Maximus 47. Thank you for the 100 bits. This is the Japanese version of an American weeb. Where can I find a tumbleweed? Wait. Where can I find a tumbleweeb? We should call this guy a tumbleweeb. I like that. Alright. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out?
I think we should check it out.
Right, let's check it out. Taking control of my UI again. Here we go. We can rotate it. Let's pull the battery out. This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation. Whatever. Let's check this phone out. I know how you feel, Phoenix. I know how you feel. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first. He just pushes the button. Dun, 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 dun. That's the Steel Samurai theme, if I do say so myself. Alright. Hey, that song! I know that!
Hey, what's going on over there?
Oh, sorry.
I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you?
Well, yeah. Thank you for the anonymous gift sub to Gilgermash. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky.
What? It's my sister's?
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this.
Who did she call?
No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones.
Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry. That was my phone.
What? Your phone?
Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number.
I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner.
Uh-oh. I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. It sounds like Lana was trying to call Phoenix a Wright, if I do say so myself. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it out in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Let's see. Let's look at this cool red car. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. A.K.A. Miles Edgeworth. Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. Do they, though? I don't know, maybe they do. I don't know what a prosecutor makes, you guys. B block is through there. Well, that's where the visitors park. I can see the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Yeah, that is how you get mad cow disease, huh? Well, we have exhibits 1 and 3. Where the hell's exhibit 2? There wasn't a tag on the cell phone we picked up. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. Yeah, wait, why hamburgers? I don't understand. What? Anyway, I'm sure there was some joke in the original Japanese that made more sense. Is there anything else we can do with this guy? My sister's cell phone.
The last time it was used was 5/18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night.
Why did Lana make that call? Should we check this again? Why am I still echoing? It looks like all we can really click is the call button. What's wrong? You look like I do during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. Alright. I won't call again. Even though that seemed very relevant that it called my cell phone. We're just gonna ignore that and pretend it didn't happen. Because we're in a visual novel. Hamburgers mean full penetration, says El Gusto. Man, that went from 0 to 100. I would never have imagined that, El Gusto. Alright. He doesn't like that.
Ah, a toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe?
Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him. You don't like him, right? We get the point.
You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these.
Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office in criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap.
You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell ya. 5:12 p.m. The prospector's bright red steed came in at a trot, real slow-like.
A trot?
My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prospector was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for a prince to ride in on his bright red horse.
So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. Alright, he won't tell me anything about the knife. We already showed him Goodman's ID. Oh, we already showed him the badge, too.
I'm just trying to leave no stone unturned. By the way, we haven't actually looked at this autopsy report. Let's see. Pretty brief. Bruce Goodman, 36, male. Date and time of death, February 21st, between 4 and 5:30. Cause of death, loss of blood from chest wound. Assessment, wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. Let's examine the knife. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild. Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. Alright, so all we can really look at is the blood. There's no cool hidden switches on Edgeworth's knife. What about this? Yeah, we can rotate everything. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. It's an interesting way of looking at it. I remember this case being really annoying. I'd have moments like this where I was just searching for forever to find one stupid little thing I had to do. I mean, that's just Phoenix Wright in a nutshell, I guess. Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. You can see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. Sorry, for common sense. I don't know why I emphasized common. There's a science test. It looks like most of our raiders have already left. Who could blame them? You come in the middle of a visual novel game. That sounds like a whole blast. But you guys who stuck it out with me, you're good people. You're good folks. Bear with me while I figure out what stupid trivial task I'm expected to do. Aha! What's this? Looks like some sort of note. Look, something's written on it. 6-75 12-12/2. Oh, that's an S. Not a 5. You're right. See, it says 6 to 7S 12/2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self. For deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Goodman's note added to the record. Maybe this guy knows. Nope. And this thing we can't flip around. And we continue our search for whatever it is we're looking for. Toby. Aw, you're so sweet, Toby. I'd watch anything that has Tomar's voice over it. Thank you, Toby. And I see we're having a little side conversation about Texas, it appears. I'm just seeing the end drawing blood is on. What have we here? The same crap. I guess let's leave. Maybe we can go to the prosecutor's office. Oh, Edgeworth isn't even in here anymore. And Lana's not here. Can we present anything to this guy? Alright. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. It sure feels like I'm supposed to find something else in this underground parking lot. Oh, wait a minute! So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister?
That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. My condolences.
Officer Marshall.
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about?
I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a-blowing through the prospector's office.
Maybe it's the fact that you've taken, like, a lot of drinks from that little flask, buddy. Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here. But who?
Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now.
Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean?
He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say.
One person? Who?
Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals.
What? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials?
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana's confessing to the crime. She says she did it.
No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
Oh, by the way, Emma.
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
So it wasn't my phone. It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see.
cell phone updated in the court record. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Only 17 more parts to go in episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. Thank you guys for sticking around while I acted it out. But yeah, that's end of chapter 1. We're really just scraping the iceberg. I don't know if anyone got hooked from that. It is a long case, but I do think that it has its rewards for sticking with it. The Latin for the body of Christ, isn't it? Wait, are you talking about zounds? Or no, that's the wounds of Christ. I don't know what you're talking about, Haas and Pepperoni. I'm jumping in the middle of a conversation here. Corpus Christi, there you go. Corpus Christi, Texas. Yeah, that probably does mean the body of Christ. Yeah, that's a little town in Texas. I only know about Corpus Christi because of the episode of Community where Annie has a fake ID. If anybody here remembers the show Community, I only really enjoyed the first couple seasons. Let's see. I never liked Phoenix Wright before until the streams, Tomo Pal. Well, thank you, Toby. Doggo Puke. No, I'm not playing marbles. I just spent the entire stream pushing my voice to its limit. I'm not going to announce a marbles game, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. No, if anything, let's just have a nice chill little chat to close out the night. By the way, thanks for the quarter, Waffle Hater, and thank you for the raid with a party of 3, Fat Pack Fat Stacks. How we all doing here? Tyler says, how does it feel being raided by that Canadian Adam? You still hate them all? I never hated the Canadians. I never hated the Canadians. I never said that. I just hate the idea of Canada. Look at that cop there on the left. What do you think he's thinking? He can't be up to any good. I don't trust that cop. He's probably the bad guy in this case. That's my guess. That's my game theory. I raided Canada for their aluminum. Let's see. Oh yeah, Tomar just doesn't like Canada. It's not even true that I don't like Canada. I just like dunking on Canada. You said you didn't care for the Quebecois. Did I say that? Did I say that, Harold Krell? I don't remember. I don't know. Hooray, a 6-month badge. Oh yeah, you got a 6-month badge. You're in too deep. You got 3 Tomar Emeralds. I never said poutine sucks, Dingle Dank. I like poutine. I would never speak ill of poutine or those delicious smoked meats I had from Montreal. Poutine is the best thing to come out of French Canada. Objectively. Let's see, Tomar, have some lemon honey tea for your voice and have a good nap. Oh, I'm going to have a nice little cup of tea after this, baby. Tomar, when you end a raid that Star Wars girl, she is playing Elden Ring and is good people. I'm not going to raid anybody. How about that, El Gusto? I'm not taking raid requests. I'm not in a raid mood. We're just going to chill here. The only thing to ever come out of Canada is the only good thing to... I said to come out of French Canada, Dingle Dank. I said to come out of French Canada. We got more Norm Macdonald. We got Jim Carrey. We probably got some other guys who I'm not even aware are
Tomar, can you sing Happy Birthday to Snot on your Jew harp? Sure. Oh yeah, we got Mike Myers. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. This is for Snot. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Snot. Happy birthday to you. Okay. There we go. Perfectly in tune. I'm Canadian, so that's like -5 points for Canada. Sorry. I don't know what that means, Noble Nuggy. I know plenty of cool people from Canada. It's not the people from Canada that's the problem. It's the alien power source buried under Canada that makes everybody I don't know, what's a bad thing Canadian people do that makes everybody constantly sorry. Everybody's always sorry for some reason. Canada has some great cartoons. Maple Syrup. They have some great cartoons, but mostly awful cartoons. Sorry, Canada. Ed, Edd n Eddy's great. That's the end of my list. You have fostered the most welcoming community I've ever been a part of on Twitch, says Dingle Dank. Legit feels like everyone is appreciated. Love you, Tomar. We try our best. I don't know if I deserve that. I'm bad at taking flattery. English Canada, no Canada. Best Canada. Oh, I don't know what this Canada poll is, but I'm not responsible for it. Canada has Bob and Doug McKenzie. I don't know what that means, Uncle Christian. All Australians' cartoons are made in Canada. We have no comparison and no industry here. That stinks. It's yeah, Totally Spies is Canadian, Timor. Do I look like a giant Totally Spies fan? I'm not a big Totally Spies fan. I know, I'm aware of most cartoons that come out of Canada. They're like, it's like, I guess I kind of liked Inspector Gadget, not to be confused with any of the other gadgets. Or I did watch Inspector Gadget. I know Sonic Prime is being animated in Canada, but I haven't even watched that. I already brought up Jim Carrey Lapinus. I'm just talking about Canadian cartoons. I think most of them suck because they're Canadian. I don't know. Most cartoons suck in reality because most media sucks. Because if most media was good, then I'd live in a whole other world. Yeah, Canada can ban Tomar. Yeah, they made the Donkey Kong Country show. That's a very good point, Rambling Onion. We all know that's top tier television. They made the new 3D Inspector Gadget for Netflix. That was a real hoot. More good clips for the Tomar hating on Canada compilation. Yeah, Transformers Beast Wars is a horrible cartoon with some really good. I love Canada's full of great voice actors. I'll never dunk on Canadian voice actors. I love the Ocean Group guys. I love like Scott McNeil and like Cam Clark, like all the guys. Like, in fact, I bet Canada made the Ninja Turtles cartoon I grew up with. That's another one I'll give to them. I don't know if it's actually a good show, but I loved it when I was little. Because yeah, you've got Scott McNeil and you've got Cam Clark and you've got like Ryan Drummond and all the greats, all the stars are here. But yeah, I don't know. I can't look at crap like Reboot and Beast Wars anymore. It really is just hideous to look at. But I know a lot of people have a soft spot for Beast Wars. I watched it growing up too. I just never really liked it, even as a kid.
I'm sorry. I'm just sorry.
But I really do. No, I said Ed, Ed, and Eddie, Cactomancer. I loved Ed, Ed, and Eddie. I think to this day, Ed, and Eddie is the best Canadian cartoon ever made. It's like, it's. I actually like it. Scary Godmother from Canada, Harold Krell. That's a big surprise. Yeah, El DeGusto is a big Scott McNeil fan. No, I love all the Ocean Group guys. I genuinely mean that. Invader Zim, is Invader Zim really made in Canada, Nahuel Marico? I've never heard that before. That would be news to me. Was it just animated in Canada? Or was it actually developed in Canada? Because I thought that was a Nickelodeon production. I thought Jonan Vasquez. I mean, I know he didn't. It's not like he solely created the show, but he is the creator of the show, to my knowledge. And I thought he was American. Am I wrong? Excuse me. Caillou is Canadian. Yeah, what point are you making? Total Drama. Yes, Total Drama is from Canada. Yes, exactly. You guys are helping make my point. Look, maybe I'm just mean. I don't like most of those shows. Like, even as a kid, I'm not saying as an adult hating on kids shows. As a kid, I did not like Total Drama Island. I didn't. It was just kind of background noise to me. Canada can never be redeemed because they made Forget About It. I don't know what that is, Dingle Dank. Chat might be lying about Invader Zim. The others are true, though. Yeah, Reboot is Canada. We should annex them, says Eddie Valentine, too. Hey, your words. 50 bits. Thank you for the 50 bits, Coffee Black. I saw the police report where you got arrested for throwing apples at Canadians who were touring Niagara Falls. I don't live anywhere near Niagara Falls. You're saying I flew all the way to Niagara Falls just to assault Canadian tourists. A likely story. Yeah, Canada made Johnny Test. Thank you, Marshall Maximus 47. Johnny Test. Johnny Test came from Canada. Johnny Test is from Canada. Johnny Test. Tomar, you weren't a kid when Total Drama Island came out. I was in, what, high school at least? Middle or high school when Total Drama Island came out. That's kind of a kid. The point is, it's on in the background. You're right. I was probably too young to have ever been the target market of Total Drama Island. I just was, I'd be on the computer and I'd have Cartoon Network on behind me like 24/7 back then. When I was at home, not 24/7. I was at school most of the day. Keanu Reeves is fine. I've not complained. I've said Canada has brought us tons of great actors and comedians. I've given Canada credit where credit is due, but I'm not going to say Canada is a good place for cartoons. It's just not. It's a good place for actors, voice actors, comedians. Canada has some great exports. Poutine is good. I've been so nice to Canada. Why can't you guys just accept that Canada gave us Johnny Test and a million other horrible cartoons? And Total Drama Island. Is Total Drama Island really from 2007? I guess I'm just crossing wires. I was already in college by 2007. All right, the Guagua zombie. The point is I admit I was never part of the target audience for Johnny Test and Total Drama Island. Like, I was never age appropriate for it, but they're still terrible. I can tell that. I can just tell that by watching them. Tomar blatantly acting like the U.S. isn't putting out an equal amount of garbage. It does. We put out way more stuff, and a lot of it is garbage, but we definitely make a lot of good stuff too. I don't know. All the Canada apologists are gonna get all over my back. It's not like every good adult cartoon ever made came out of the U.S. Well, excluding anime. There's obviously good adult animes. So, came out of the U.S. and Japan. The U.S. made Drawn Together. I don't know. Look. I know we've made a ton of crap too. I'm not saying all the USA all the American cartoons are good too, or are good. But I just can't think of anything good that came out of Canada besides Ed, Edd and Eddy when it comes to cartoons. I'm sticking to my guns there. You're gonna bring a Brickleberry in the Cleveland show. Yes, I know we made bad stuff. Is Clone High Canadian? I know a lot of people like that. I still haven't gotten around to watching Clone High. That one kind of missed me. It was a very brief existence. Did you know Titus and Johnny Test are the same VA, or Titus, however you're supposed to say it? I mean, I didn't know that, but I'm not that surprised. That guy has voiced in a lot of stuff. Tomar, Barbie 2000s was from Canada. That means nothing to me, F. Kim. We're going to go on and on about... No, don't say Samurai Jack is a Canadian series. It's maybe animated in Canada. That's got to do with like labor laws and like unions and all kinds of other reasons. That's got almost nothing to... It's an American created show. Gendy Tartakovsky is repping America despite his very Eastern European name. I think he actually was an immigrant. I'm not sure, actually. But no, Gendy, Samurai Jack, and Dexter's Lab, as far as I am concerned, are American cartoons. Powerpuff Girls is an American cartoon. Johnny Bravo is an American cartoon. These are all good cartoons from my upbringing. So many good cartoons. Rocko's Modern Life is an American cartoon. Doug, Rugrats, American cartoons. And the list goes on. And the list goes on. Ren and Stimpy, American cartoon. Cow and Chicken, American cartoon. It's all right. We just have more good cartoons than Canada. That's all right. Life goes on. The growl in your voice when you say American scares me, says 33 Cats. That's my pride showing. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog probably is Canadian, huh? Big surprise that's and I bet so is Sonic Underground then, huh? Garfield and Friends made in Canada. What a surprise. Yeah, all the Deke stuff is technically Canadian, right? Deke as in DIC. Sonic Underground theme slaps. Yeah, way to whitewash the rest of Sonic Underground though, Dingle Dank. The theme might be catchy, but the whole rest of the show is... I would rather watch Tamers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 than the actual Sonic Underground. That's all I'm saying. All right. Whitewash, you know what I mean. That's probably not the right word, but it's you're blocking out all the bad stuff and just focusing on the one good thing about it. Sonic Underground is from France. Is it from France or is it from Franche Canada? That's the real question. I just said Canada. Tomar accused me of whitewashing. I'm just a guy who loves cartoons, to be honest. So am I, Artemon. If I weren't a guy that loved cartoons, I wouldn't have such strong opinions about Canadian cartoons. All right. I'm done proving that Canada makes inferior cartoons to the US. I think that's been sufficiently done. But I thank you for your input. Yeah, the fact that Sonic Underground is French. Sonic Underground is terrible. It is terrible. It like takes all the worst parts of Sat AM and removes all the best parts, and you get Sonic the Hedgehog voicing the three main, or sorry, you get Jaleel White struggling to voice the three main characters, one of whom is a lady. It's just there's so many bad ideas that went into Sonic Underground. That's least among them. But I miss the Jaleel White as Sonic. To me, he's still the most canonical Sonic voice. I understand that that the guy that's been doing it, Roger Craig Smith has been doing it for forever, and he does a great job. Don't get me wrong, but my number one is still Jaleel White. But I'm looking forward to see what my buddy D-Mac does. I admit I'm a little biased, but I am looking forward to see how D-Mac. I don't hate Roger Craig Smith. That's not true, Cugs. I think he does a perfectly fine job, but I am looking forward to seeing how D-Mac does in Sonic Prime. I'm very excited for that. All right, let's see. Jason Griffith is best. Who was Jason Griffith? Which games was he in? Kazmool. I don't know who Jason Griffith is. Sonic Underground has weird scenes where the characters' feet are emphasized. Is that really true, Artemon? I haven't watched enough of it. I've watched like 3 or 4 episodes, and they're all just like horrendously badly written and horribly animated. Let's see. Matt Mercer is the only VA. I don't hate any voice actor in particular. Dingledank suggests that perhaps Sonic Underground was made by Dan Schneider. It could be. By the way, thank you for dropping in with the raid, Silver Slipped VO, for raiding with your party of 62 to hear me complain about Canadian animation. There are just certain characters, and Sonic Underground now specifically, which is apparently French. There are just certain characters where it seems strange when a new actors take over. Lorenzo Music is the true Garfield voice to me. I agree, Rambling Onion. Lorenzo Music is the true Garfield voice to me as well. Even hearing Bill Murray do it doesn't feel right. Chris Chan is F. Kim's favorite Sonic VA. That goes without saying, I suppose. Tarantino directed Sonic Underground. That's just a lie, Toby Weiss. There's no way that that's true. I bet he did not even direct a single episode. Why would Tarantino be involved with Sonic Underground? While he was, it's like, what would he have been doing when that show is in production? Probably like making Pulp Fiction or something. Tomar only hates voice actors that get more work than him. Lapinus, if that were true, I would hate most voice actors. I firmly disagree with that point. Frank Welker will never be a sufficient replacement to Lorenzo Music. Though, yeah, but exactly. The Guagua Zombie, it's like Frank Welker doesn't need anyone's approval for any role. He is so many like iconic characters already that a lot of people probably don't even realize because they sound so different. And he's like every animal ever in everything. He's an incredible talent. I consider Frank Welker like the godfather of living voice actors. That's not meant to be a comment on his age, but he really is he is a true badass. The fact that his like Fred Jones still like barely like sounds different from his Fred Jones in like the 70s. Even like, when did Scooby-Doo start? Was it like late 60s or early 70s? I think Frank Welker is amazing. He's Megatron. He's Freddy. Yeah, he does a bunch of stuff in Gremlins. Hey there, Zone. By the way, Frank Welker is a badass. Yeah, like 1968. That sounds about right. Rambling Onion. Is he Starscream too? I wouldn't be surprised. Frank Welker is still like 127. Yeah, I was going to say, he's been doing Scooby-Doo for like years. I don't even think he was the original Scooby-Doo, was he? I think he like took over just like, 20, 30 years ago or something. But I don't even think he was the original Scooby-Doo. He just tricked you into thinking he was always Scooby-Doo. Yeah, Uncle Christian confirms he wasn't the original. Zone is saying, I'm about to make food, but I thought I'd drop in and give you a smooch. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you for dropping in, Zone. Dr. Claw, too. Oh, yeah, he was totally Dr. Claw. I could never get to that, like, I can't do a Dr. Claw voice to save my life. That's one of the coolest things he can do. He can go, like, stupidly low. I bet you Chris could do a Dr. Claw. He's good at doing crazy vocal stuff like that. You think Nimoy was a better Galvatron? Nimoy was... I don't think Welker ever played Galvatron. He was Megatron. Galvatron's like basically a different character, even though they're technically the same guy. Charles Martinet has some of the most insane range, says the Guagua Zombie. I actually don't know his body of work too well. I just know like Mario, Wario, and like Waluigi. Outside of his Nintendo stuff, I admit I'm completely ignorant on Charles Martinet. Unless you're being cute with me, I don't know. Parthenax? Who's Parthenax? Anyway, Frank Welker voiced Glep in Smiling Friends in the last episode of season 1. That's not true, Lapinus. That was me. I'm taking credit for that one. Scott McNeil voiced almost all characters in Beast Wars. He voiced all the characters who sound like this. No, I really do love Scott McNeil's voice, and I obviously can't do his voice justice, but I do love those properties of his voice. Even when he was the voice of Piccolo, you kind of hear that. There's like that fun like nasally thing he has. It's like deep nasal, like I don't know what to call it. Yeah, Scott McNeil in Street Fighter. Yeah, you're right. He was a bunch of stuff in the Street Fighter cartoon too. He definitely voiced Ken. Yeah. His Ken is like him trying to do like a weird like I don't know what to call it, like an effeminate affectation, let's say. Oh yeah, and he's Blanca. He voices Blanca like this. Scott McNeil is Canadian Tomar. I wouldn't say that. I would not say that. I'm just like a poor man's Steve Bloom. That's the most credit I'd give myself. Martinet was also in the JoJo OVA. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was doing stuff like that. It's very odd that the first time I ever heard you was Trundle, says Timor. Here, let's see. Does this effect make me sound like Trundle?
I'm Troll Judge. No, it's too much. That's way too much. Let's see.
If I were to just go to my regular setting, let's see if I could mess with
my pitch a little bit. Then there it is. If we did this, no. Troll Judge, Troll Jury, and Execute Troll. Something like that. I don't know. I can't really do a good... I feel like it's been so long since I originally did Trundle, because it was actually almost a decade ago. I can't even get it right.
Yeah, close enough.
Troll Judge, Troll Jury, and Execute Troll.
Oh well. I can still do Bomb King though. That's just like my announcer voice. Let's see. Rumor has it Joshua Tomar voiced Lyle on Oni Plays. Speaking of voice acting, says Zone, I might need you to do a few Lemmy sounds. Just a heads up. Oh, I'm up for it. I'm surprised you don't just have a whole library of the crap I've sent you, but I'm always happy to do more Lemmy sound effects. You got it, Zone. T. Moore says Bomb King was Tomar. Give your king a hug. Yeah, that was me. Oh, here, yeah. Can I do like a... Shit, I don't have any things to do a quick robot voice on here. But yeah. Yes, I was Bomb King in Paladins. That's a fact, Timor. We could just go, what am I chugging there? Oh, just a little DDP. Not to be confused with Diamond Dallas Page. There's that one VA, Robin Atkin Downs. What do you think of him? That's a really familiar name. What does he voice again? I definitely know the name, but I can't put it to a voice. I'm afraid Guagua Zombie. Oh, he's the TF2 medic? Shit, what does TF2 medic sound like? Is he like German? He's like German? I can't even think of his voice right now. I was not Boji's voice in the Ranking of Kings dub. Shut up, Cryptospore. He's very German. Travis touchdown from No More Heroes too. Oh, He also voiced the German COD zombies. Okay.
The loud German. Very good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not know. I didn't realize that's who that was. But yeah, very talented, I would say.
Medicrum Team Fortress 2 is very German. I can just do a shitty German accent.
I did voice a German character in some like in that when Dead Island tried to make their own like MOBA years ago. It was called like Dead Island Pandemic. I can't remember the name of it, but I voiced a character called Herman. It was basically my Von Karma voice. These days, when playing games, I tend to check the IMDb to see which actors I know. I mean, it's a fun thing to do, Rambling Onion. A lot of the time, I just like will hear something and it'll bother me, and I'm like, I swear that's this person, but I need to be sure. And I'm right like 90% of the time, and sometimes I'm completely off. Tomar was the voice actor for Kuwabara. No, I wasn't Eddie Valentine. Although that I'd love to play that. I'd love to play Kuwabara if they ever reboot Yu Yu Hakusho.
Urameshi.
I love that guy's voice. I don't even know offhand who voiced him, but I love that. I love all his choices. Realizing some anime, cartoon, and game VA's characters share the same voice actor is hilarious. I mean, it's par for the course, right? It's a small world. It's a very small world. I don't voice Mono Kuma out blowing conch. Stop trying to gaslight everybody. And that's not just for kunks. All you guys making stuff up on the fly for fun. Are you going to voice Hunter x Hunter again now that they're bringing it back, says Little Parking Lot? I have no idea. I don't think Yuppie's coming back from the dead. But then again, he died off camera, so who knows? Is that a spoiler? Crap. I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, it's not as if Hunter x Hunter is brand new and I all owe you a lack of spoilers. But maybe. Kuwabara was voiced by Chris Sabat. Oh, there you go.
It's Chris Sabat.
That makes sense. That actually makes total sense that Kuwabara is Chris Sabat.
The Prince of All Saiyans.
Tomar translate Kim. I do not translate Kim Jong-un's speeches for the DPRK. I can't even speak Korean. I just know Hana yo se ne tasa yasa igo yoter aho yo, which I'm sure I butchered, but I just tried to count to 10 in Korean. Tomar, is it true you voice most of the characters in the Norm of the North trilogy? No, it's not true. Stop the gaslighting. I want to go take a nap, you guys. It's been a long night. I mean, you're right, Little Parking Lot. I don't have to voice Yuppie. I've voiced other characters even before Yuppie. But who knows? You know? You don't know until you audition, as they say. Tomar, if Akira Toriyama took peyote and had a spiritual awakening that told him he had to have Tomar voice in Dragon Ball, who would you voice? I don't know. That's between Toriyama and his peyote, El DeGusto. I can't believe Tomar voices legendary Let's Player Joshua Tomar. That one's a factual one, Drawing Blood. I can't deny that. Let's get off the fake voice stuff. Tomar would voice Oolong, says Harold Krell. Do go on.
Oolong always winds up having a voice like this, doesn't he?
I feel he's just. I bet you that's like Chris Sabat if I look it up, at least in the Funimation versions, or one of those same guys that does a lot of the voices. What do you consider your best impression? None of them, Rambling Onion. I've never been a great impressionist, that's for sure. Yo, you voiced yes, I voiced in the Detective Pikachu game. I voiced a character who looks basically like Brock Lesnar. He's like a factory foreman. Tomar is the name of a city in Portugal. That's why I said it. I mean that I know, Timor. Tomar, what's your take on Netflix One Piece? And did you read the latest chapter? Yes, I read the latest chapter. things are looking, well, I'm not going to say anything about it. But yes, I've read the latest chapter. I read it Sunday night, as I often do. And Netflix One Piece, if by that you mean like the live action One Piece, I could give a shit. I have never been impressed by like a live action anime adaptation that I can think of offhand anyway. It never gets better when you adapt it to live action, you know? It is what it is. Shrimps247, thank you for resubscribing for 12 months. You just earned your 5th. Or is it 6th? 6th? 5th? 5th? 6th? Is it? How many Tomar Emeralds is that? I think that's... What is it? It's got to be 5th. 5th Tomar Emerald. No. Wait, 4? What is... It's got to be 5th. Yeah, it's 5th Tomar Emerald. Number 5. I don't know what... That was a severe brain fart, but congrats. Thank you, Shrimps. Thank you, Shrimps247, for resubscribing for 12 months. Love you, Tomar. Looking forward to all your future projects. Thank you, Shrimps. Marshall Maximus, thank you for the 18 bits. That's chai. 18 is chai in the Jewish tradition. It's a number that represents life, which is chai in Hebrew. Not to be confused with hi, which is a common English greeting. Tomar, you should read Baki. It has so much groin strikes, eye gouging, and pissing. Yeah, oh, you're really selling me on it. But I have been meaning to check out Baki. I just have not gotten around to it. Who does Tomar voice in FF7 Remake? Well, since you asked... So, I'll say this. In the original release of the game, I just voiced like it's like a soldier class 3 or something like that. It's someone you could barely tell is me because he's speaking through like a mask for all his lines, and they're all just like battle callouts that are easily drowned out by you murdering him. I just play a generic unit near end game. But I have done... I feel like I can say this. I don't think this breaks NDA. I have voiced other content since then. I don't even know exactly what game it's for since it was operating under a code name. I don't know if it was DLC that's been announced or what. But I think you might hear more of me in Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's all I could say without risking my career. It's not FF8 Remake, Poo Poo Splash. But so my point is just that I've recorded some stuff that I don't think has been released yet. So it's probably like DLC, let's say. Let's say it's DLC, because I really don't know. And it was a while ago that I recorded it. Tomar instantly blacklisted from industry. Nice knowing you. I'm not Vincent. No, I'm not going to be a fucking main character that you guys would recognize their name. There's no way. And if I were, I would be way more secretive about it. All right. In any case, before I get myself into some kind of trouble, I thank you guys for dropping in. Thank you for hanging out this evening. It's like 11:20. I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. And that's going to be that. If Eugene comes back, big boy Jonold, I would hope that they'd ask me to come back and voice him. I wouldn't say no. But yeah, I don't know what plans the anime has for Eugene. All right. Catch you guys later. Bye-bye.